Welcome to RED Red. It's Halloween, Ash.
Oh yeah, what's going on? MB, what are you this year?
I am a race car driver. I'm, a big fan of my boy Lewis Hamilton, so I'm rocking what I would wear if I went to F1. How you doing?
Okay, all right. F1, if you're out there, let us come.
Hey guys, before today's episode, I want to talk to you about something that Ashleigh and I care a lot about, mental health.
That's right. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. And Mental Health America of Dutchess County is the perfect place for that help.
Absolutely. Mental Health America of Dutchess County is super empowering and helps so many people with so many problems.
Honestly, it's pretty amazing seeing how mental health actually affects people. I mean, the guests that we've had on the show, we've talked about mental health in almost every episode, and it's a serious topic.
Now's the time to prioritize your mental well-being. If you're suffering from anxiety, depression, or anything mental health related, visit Mental Health America Dutchess County at mhaduchess.org.
If you've been loving the stylish looks we're rocking, you've got to check out Dynamite. From trendy pieces to timeless staples, Dynamite has everything you need to elevate your wardrobe for any occasion, whether it's brunch, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. I'm obsessed with their latest collection. It's all about chic, statement-making designs that effortlessly transition from day to night. Plus, the quality is top-notch, and their fits are perfect. Visit dynamiteclothing.com to discover your next favorite look. Dynamite, empowering you to confidently own every moment.
What are you?
I'm your agent. Are you kidding? You can't go anywhere without me, babe. Come on.
You kind of look like Missy Elliott.
I mean, hey, people love her.
Do you know who she is?
I mean, she's in that song, right? Who is that?
You don't know Missy Elliott?
I mean, I've heard the name.
Miss Surf Nippin' When yet?
Wait.
You don't know that?
Oh, shit. That?
Yeah.
That song?
Yeah.
Lip gloss?
No.
Oh.
That's the one I said.
I think I might have missed that, Jen. Oh, no.
You know what? She doesn't even know.
All right, well,
if you go back to the video, that's when she wore those. Those are like vintage Missy Elliott.
I feel like it's giving Paris Hilton, Kim K.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe.
So Halloween is upon us.
Yes.
And it was Gabby's birthday.
Yes. Shout out, Gab. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Gab.
Our girl.
We love you.
So what's your favorite thing? I want to know, Halloween, it's changed since you were a kid, obviously. Now you have your own kids.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It's a big difference. You got to dress everybody, go out, get candy, and throw it all away.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, it's a big...
Get it just to throw it away.
Yeah, and the kids, I used to dress the boys up together and then have Lily be the princess. Her first year alive, you know what I did? I literally dressed her for a week straight, 10 days. We had a 10-day countdown in a different Halloween costume. My husband was like, you literally bought her 10 Halloween costumes? I'm like, well, I only have one girl, and I wanted her to be like an angel, a devil, a bird, a pig, a chicken, You're
going to die when you hear this, but she's going to have more Halloweens besides just that one.
I know,
every year.
But there's only so many baby
Oh, that's true.
Every single one of those. At
She's
least
so
one.
cute. Do you remember when she was first born? You used to post her outfits of the days every single day on her Instagram.
Every day for a year. Her first
Lily's
year
look of the day.
Lily's look of the day. And you know what? I think we need to bring that back.
We
Lily's
should.
look was cute, and she has so many cute outfits. We just got to do it.
We got to start bringing her on the show. Come on.
Yeah, we should. She is funny.
What if she takes my spot?
No, she'll a little sidekick.
All right. Sounds good.
She just wants to get her nails done with us.
She literally, I was at the nail salon the other day, and I hear, Ashleigh? I'm like, who is that? And Lily runs up and gives me a hug because Danny was stopping by to see you. I was like, no way. She's everywhere.
He always has to stop by to give me my tip.
Yeah.
Because I forget cash because I only use Venmo and cards. I never have cash. I barely have a wallet. I only have my phone. I don't even know wallets and bags exist.
Honestly,
I'm not a bad girl. Yeah.
It's the worst thing though when you go out though and they can't take Apple Pay because you're you have nothing.
I know. Well, you just cry at that point, but usually they do you have something, or Gabby's with you and you can just ask her for
usually
cash.
I'm like, Gab, can you just you have the business card, right?
Exactly.
Right off.
Oh my gosh. So, Halloween's interesting. I feel like when I was little, it was so exciting, and my dad would dress up and he would be the guy at the door, and then I'd go to the houses in the media area. Now I feel like I have to dress my kids and just run the neighborhoods with them, and I just can't keep up. I don't even know where they go half the time, and I'm scared they're gonna get stolen, and then I feel like a bad mom, and it's just all this guilt.
Do Do you take them out when the sun's out or when it's dark? Because I feel like people start taking their kids out when it's light out.
Yeah, I took him out at 4 because like the mischievous kids go out at night, you know?
Those middle schoolers.
Yeah, I'm about to approach that age. Don't remind me.
Well, speaking of mischievous kids, I remember, as everyone knows, Michelle's my aunt. So my grandma's house, Nana's house, your mom,
Yeah.
she had lines outside of her house. And every single year, do you remember she'd wrap it in, I don't know, what, some sort of like clear
Plastic.
wrap, because like kids in the neighborhood would literally come and vandalize her lines at the end of her driveway. What were they
know.
doing? Like spray painting it blue?
It was ridiculous. They spray painted, they knocked them over. One year they literally took like a huge, what is that thing, like a crowbar or whatever?
Are you serious?
And went under it and put the lion over. And I'm like,
To my grandmother.
To your grandmother. What? That's those mischievous kids.
Acting like that when Halloween's almost over and Santa's coming to town. Are we for real?
Yeah, for real.
Outrageous.
So Halloween is, definitely not my favorite holiday. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, not
We're
really.
Christmas people.
I know. Like, I feel like every year I come up with costumes like 2 months ahead of time. And then like the time comes and I'm like, oh, it's the week of and I have not prepared anything.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Well, this is from 5 years ago when we were all race car drivers.
That's so cute. What's your favorite costume you've ever done for Halloween?
I won a contest once as a half devil, half angel. It was so cute.
Okay.
And I had like the most beautiful, lavish Victoria's Secret, incredible wings. And on the other side, I had this huge horn. And
That's sick.
it was really cool. And I won an awesome contest for that.
That's really creative. I think like the only creative Halloween costume I've had, one year I was a gold digger. So to dress up like a gold digger, I like wore gold, like all gold. And then I had like a what would that hat be called? Like
The
a
what?
worker's hat? Like,
Yeah, like-
I don't know, the one the like blue collar boys wear
Yeah.
when they go and do stuff. That hat and then a shovel. Yeah. Oh, a hard hat. Oh,
Yeah.
it's right in the name.
And a shovel.
And a shovel. And then I had all gold. And then I
That's-
had like gold bars and gold chains.
Yeah, and I remember you brought money to that.
Yes.
Yeah, and my kids ended up with your stack of money. They had like a freaking $1 million in fake cash. And I was like, where'd you get this? They're like, I'm rich. And all of a sudden they're just like throwing this money
Yeah, they were
everywhere. And I'm
$100
like,
bills.
What? Did you steal your dad's money? And you're like, Seeds, it's fake. I'm like, really?
I'm still finding those dollars because they threw them everywhere. Like to this day, I find them. And that was probably 2 years ago.
And we used them for the Fat Man Scoop episode.
Oh, yeah, we
which,
did.
God rest his soul.
R.I.P. Fatman Scoop.
We love you
Last
so
month.
much. And just thinking about it, like to have him on the show and to have had so many moments with him. I was on stage with him so many times. I opened for him. I was with Mr. Vince, who let me into his life and introduced me to him. Shout out to you. I love you, Vince. We've had so many memories together. But from him on stage to just rocking a crowd, nobody on earth will ever do what he did. That guy was definitely an icon and just someone I'll always admire. And I'm so thankful I got to know him.
Absolutely. He was so sweet. I mean, even that episode we had together, that was a
Yep.
great episode.
Well,
We
it's
learned
interesting
so much
because
from him.
the first one that we had booked with him, he actually had to cancel because he was having issues with his foot. He was in the hospital, and he was a diabetic, and he talked about it openly, or else I wouldn't share it. But he was a diabetic, and he was going through things, and I don't know what happened that day, and but I do know that he loved doing what he was doing, and he was just so amazing. One of the most recognized voices in the world, and I'm proud to
Absolutely.
have even been in his presence.
Definitely made his mark on the world for
Right?
sure. Yeah.
Like, what a life he lived.
Oh, yeah.
He's been to every country.
He's done everything.
He actually came over to my house one night and ate pasta.
Are you serious?
And I made him pasta. Me.
Was Nana not home?
Nana didn't live with me yet. It was my old house on the river, the
No way.
modern one. And he came over. I made like this oil, it was oil and like garlic. It was really good. And then I put breadcrumbs like on it and toasted them.
Oh.
It's my mother-in-law's
I was
recipe.
going to say, so she's a chef. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And he loved it. He
All
loved it
right.
so much. So, and he played with my dog and we hung out, and I love him.
Gabby, I miss that
know,
dog.
I know. Gino was around then. He loved him too.
Don't get me started on her old dog, Gino. That dog was something else.
Yeah. That
It
was
was
like
tough.
a precursor to Lucci.
Oh my God, that's so true. That is
I
so
should have
true.
seen how my life was going to go.
Oh my gosh.
So let's talk about my kids a little bit.
All right.
All right. Because, I'm a mom of 3 and we don't talk about them much, but I really want to start shedding light on them because, God, they've had such an impact on my life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You were a completely different person before you had kids.
Yeah. I thought I was, I've never not slept as much in my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like like with Luca, he made me a mom, and he's like your little heart and soul.
I love him. I feel like how you and me are close, like him and I are close like that because we are basically the same age, like years apart.
Yeah.
So him and I, like since day one, like we've been best friends.
I know.
I
He's
love
like
that kid.
The male you.
Yeah, literally, I love him.
He's so fun, and he's just such a good personality. But sometimes I go through a lot with him. Like I feel like, you know, he has ADHD and he struggles a lot in school. Yeah. But we work through it, you know, and he's working his butt off to do well. And I just feel like it is hard for him. Like there's so many things that go unnoticed, whether it's not playing sports or having that team environment, or, you know, having friends and then having to study so much you don't have friends. And like, he's a social guy like us.
Oh yeah, he's a social butterfly.
And you've been through it with ADHD. Like, what do I do with him?
I mean, honestly, unfortunately, like I'm still wondering the same thing for myself. Like there's so many times where I'm like, I literally cannot focus. Like I'll be having a conversation and I'm like, what are we talking about? But I think like once you kind of get used to it and like you learn to live with it, like you kind of find ways to like deal with it.
Yeah.
I think a lot for Luca, like he is very lucky that he was diagnosed so young. So like he can start working on those things. I wasn't diagnosed till like middle school. My mom had to like fight during elementary school to like get me any help with anything. So especially once I got to high school, I feel like I started finding ways to like cope with like being able to focus and stuff, like taking medicine, but like knowing I have to be on a routine with eating because like it suppresses your appetite. There's a lot that goes into it. And I feel like you don't figure it out overnight. Like I feel like I'm still figuring it out all the time.
Yep.
But I think like a lot of it is just like seeing what works for him because like every single person is different, especially with ADD and ADHD. Like everyone's different, especially in girls and boys.
Yeah.
So
it's hard for me to find. I actually found this really good doctor, Dr. Calibro, who has been like diagnosing kids for a long time. I met him through a friend of mine who said, you know, I'm just letting you know, like my daughter's going through some things, and he was really great. So I looked into him, and he's going to do like a full evaluation. It takes a weekend.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to tell me exactly like what is wrong with processing ADHD, so I know exactly how he learns.
That's almost better.
Yeah.
Because I remember in school, like obviously they have your annual review where they figure out like if you still need your IEP, all that stuff.
Right.
And like I remember like being in the room taking those tests, and I'm like, it's like all memory games. Like it's like things like that to figure out. And I'm like, I literally don't want to be doing this. I'm like, you're calling me into this room to figure it out. And like, it's like, I feel like the test wasn't really proving like what it was with ADD. Like I feel like the test that Luke is going to do, like that's more in depth. Like I feel like with school, it's kind of surface level. They figure out what you need for school, but like not really how to like function and survive like with it day to day.
You know, maybe you should do it too.
I mean, we could like go together.
Yeah. You guys could go together. We can vlog the whole thing.
Perfect. I'm like, Luca, let's solve this. Come on.
I know. And you know, I just feel like I feel bad for him. He doesn't feel bad, but I feel bad because I want the best for him, and not that it hinders him at all. In a way that he even notices because he's so little.
He's also that's just what he thinks,
is.
right? Like that's what it's been all
But
life.
I feel bad because like I don't know how to best serve him.
Yeah.
And as a mom, you know, I've tried every tactic. Some things work, some things don't. And the medicine like covers the blanket of ADHD and processing for the day,
Yeah.
but it doesn't like solve the problem,
Right.
or the thing that's like going to be the final solution. You know. So, you know, it's just good to talk to you about it because you've been there.
Yeah, poor kid. He'll get through it, but I think a lot of it is like he won't know a difference. Like I think a lot of it is mom guilt too. Like you're always going to feel that way about your kids because you want them to thrive, but he doesn't know any different.
And then
like
there's Lucci, who
Lucci's
literally
different, very different.
So since birth, and I want to be very honest about this, I'm never actually out and in front and center saying anything like super duper real because I just typically don't talk about my kids. But Lucci from day one, from like he started out and he would like do this weird thing with his tongue where he would like you have to like watch this to like see it, but like he'd stick his tongue out and just like keep doing this motion for a month over and over and over. And I'm like, why is my baby doing this? And I thought it was like GERD or acid reflux or this or that. But then I'm like, I think it's just who he is.
That's just what he does.
What is this weirdness, right? And I don't know what it was. Maybe he'll figure that out.
That might just be his problem down the road.
But the poor thing, I realized 2 years later, he had a lot of ear issues, nose. He couldn't hear well. He was very irritable from a month on. He had to have a spinal tap.
Oh, I remember
brought
that.
him to Westchester Medical. My mother-in-law saw the spinal tap. She literally fainted. So I'm there to bring my son, who's got a fever before a month old, and make it this big deal. And they're like, we got to do this spinal tap. I'm like, well, what are the risks? Well, he could go paralyzed. I'm like, I don't want my baby.
Right. My newborn fresh baby.
Yeah. Like, so we went through this whole thing. And then all of a sudden, my mother-in-law is like, all right, I can't handle the blood or whatever. She ended up fainting. We had to take care of her. It was a big ordeal.
Oh my goodness.
But he was just sick like that for like 3 years till he got his tubes done. And then he started being more of himself, right?
Yeah.
He's such a loving, awesome kid.
Oh, yeah.
But those first 3 years, no sleep, no eating. He lost so much weight. It was such a challenge on me. I had a corporate job.
Yeah, I was only going to say, I can only imagine the mom guilt with that. Like dealing with that, you don't know what's wrong with your baby. Your baby can't speak, so you don't know what the problem is.
Right. And you're like going through all these fevers. He was on an antibiotic for 3 years. Literally, like he was sick from antibiotics.
Oh, I remember like how he like couldn't sleep, like nothing. I remember.
Yeah. And then a month before COVID hit, they did his surgery because he lost 7 pounds because he stopped eating because of his tonsils. So once all that was done, he really did change, and he started playing soccer, and that became his outlet.
Yeah, now he's a star on the field. Like
he's crushing it, and he works so hard. Like athlete moms know, like he's on the field 7 days a week.
Yeah, and like I feel like you can tell like he's meant to be an athlete because he's even like that. Like he goes and plays outside. Like he wants to run through drills.
Yeah.
Like he wants to play soccer and practice and get better.
He does, and like he'll go out first thing in the morning. Sometimes like he doesn't love the one-on-one trainings all the time because it's a lot to play a game. Like he likes the challenge.
Yeah, oh,
he'd rather
definitely
be
he
the
does.
scrimmage.
Yeah.
But I think most kids are like that, and I just have to keep getting him through it. And I think there's a lot like that I want to hear about from other moms. Like, how do you still challenge your child, make them great, but still make them have a good childhood?
Yeah.
And like have a balance, because if they don't play as much as the other kids, then they'll fall behind.
Yeah.
But you also don't want them to hate it. You want them to continue to love it. And that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
And he dictates what he wants to do, but I never know like where to take it. You know, it's always like a fine line.
I feel like that's just like a thing that comes with parenting too. It's like no one knows what they're doing.
I know.
And like you always obviously want the best for your kid, but it's like I can only imagine like that's so stressful to be like every single day you make decisions for these kids and it's like every decision is going to affect their life.
I know.
And like you want to do the best, but it's like it's also your first time. Well, it's not your first time being a parent now, but like you were never a parent before you had kids. So it's like you can't be expected to know how to do it perfectly.
Michelle, have you seen these stunning pieces from Rock and Roll Designs?
Absolutely. I am obsessed. Like this white jade is my absolute favorite. It goes with every outfit.
Totally. I love that piece. I'm actually wearing it as well. I feel like every time I wear it, my vibes are just so high.
Oh my God, me too. I have to tell you, same here. It's either the chunky white bracelet or necklace for me. Love them. It's not too over the top either.
I feel like I could dress it up, dress it down. You know, I can wear it out. I can wear them to the gym even. I bring them
Exactly.
everywhere with me.
Yeah, and they're like really strong too. Like they don't break and they're chic. Love it.
Rock and Roll Designs has definitely become a staple in my accessory collection, and Rock and Roll Design can become a perfect addition to your collection too. Every piece of jewelry is custom, and every crystal has a special meaning that will help you with your self-care practices. Check out their websites at www.rockandrolldesign.org to find the perfect piece for you.
And then there's Lil.
Oh, Lily, our little angel, our little girl.
She's so cute.
She's the best. Oh my God.
She loves you.
We got it. We got to run through Lily's birth story. Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Michelle Barone over here was meant to have a girl. She wanted Lily for forever. Like did everything she could. I feel like there was books, like everything.
Well, so I wrote a post on Facebook and I was like, you know, this is when Facebook was like pretty good. It was, like Instagram was good too, but I knew I had a lot of people that would comment on it. So I wrote, does anyone have the secret to having a girl asking for a friend? So I got 500 comments and everybody was like, Michelle, seriously asking
That's
for
not
a
how it
friend?
works.
And I'm like, no, like I really need to know. And this one lady wrote who was in marketing and we were competitors for a long time in business, but then we became the best of friends once I started working for the bank. And she told me, she's like, Michelle, she's like, try this book. I was like, what book? And she's like, I had 3 boys, then I had a girl. And I was like, well, there's like 9 boys on my husband's family. Like, there's no way I'm having a girl.
Yeah.
Like, he has 2 brothers. Like, all they have is boys. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And she's like, trust me, just try this book. It was called How to Choose a Sexier Baby, Dr. Shettles. And it gave you all these charts to make like your pH level, when to have sex, when not to, how to have sex. Like, was it here? Was it
They
there?
gave you a step-by-step?
Oh, step by step of exactly what to do. Like, if you wanted a boy, I think you had to like ice your balls.
Are you for
because you were
real?
too hot and they would like swim too fast. Like it was the craziest thing.
Who's knowing? Like, how does someone figure out the science to that?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing: it worked. I had sex one time and it worked.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that part of the story.
Well, I kind of had a feeling that's how you ended up with the 3 kids, but
So anyway, yeah, it was one time, and I was like, Jesus, I can't believe I got my girl.
finally. So then she's pregnant for 9 months with Lily. It's February time. It's my senior year of high school, and you went to the hospital, so I babysat the boys for you.
Yeah.
And I remember like sitting up, like Luca was, how old was Luca? Probably like 4.
Yeah.
Was he 4? 4, it's so up past his bedtime, but like I'm the fun babysitter. So like, sorry. We're like sitting there around the phone just waiting to find out if Lily was born. We had a family vlog channel at this time, and Michelle was vlogging the whole thing. If you guys go and find it, Good Life somewhere on YouTube, she's literally like walking around the hospital hallways, squatting and running, like trying to like push this baby out.
I was in the gym 7 days a week at the time, and I was just like really hard on like I wanted to lose the baby weight as quick as possible.
Before the baby came.
Before the baby, no, I just wanted the baby out as quick as possible. So what I did was I just kept squatting, and I did, I think 3,000. I think it was more than 3,000. Like what are the things? Like when you walk and you squat, and then you walk and you squat. Not a squat, but you like. You know, like
a lunge.
A lunge. So I did 3,000 lunges.
Oh my God.
Through the hallways. And I just have to tell you, it got to a point where I was like run lunging. And the lady in the freaking room, the nurse, the head of nurses was like, I don't know if that's safe for you. And I was like,
it's my 3rd. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. I just want this baby out. Sure enough, 2 hours later, I lay down, 1 push, 1.5 pushes, pop right out.
She really made it easy.
She's made my whole life easy.
Oh, she's really just an angel. So then she came home, and she may have kind of taken my spotlight because I was the last born girl before Lily, but I've decided to share my spot with her because she's my bestie
By
now
one
too.
day.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
I know. She's the best though. She's so cute. And like now she's like, I feel like really coming into her personality. I mean, she has the past few years, but especially now, like I talk to her and I'm like, you pick up things. Like I'm talking to her and like the boys will go and do something. She's like, oh, my boys are so silly.
I know.
And I'm like, you're 4.
I know. She always says, Mom, they're fighting again. Like, what are we going to do with these guys? And then she'll come up to me and be like, Mom, do you hear them? And I'm like, I'm ignoring them. She goes, me too.
She goes, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm hearing normal sentences come out of a 4-year-old's mouth just makes it funnier because like they don't understand what they're saying.
Not at all.
It's so funny.
I was showing her Charlotte Tucker, who was on our show before. I was showing her like her videos, and I was like, do you want to do videos like this, like of these sounds and do something? No, Mom, I want to put makeup on and talk to the mirror.
Oh my gosh. She really does pick up what I'm doing, I guess.
Right.
Me and her
She
get
loves
ready
it.
with me so we could do collabs.
Yeah, do collabs. Ash,
She's so
all
cute.
day.
You guys have to follow all the kids on socials. I mean, they're all on Instagram. They all have their own little mini platforms.
Luca, Luciano,
cute.
and Liliana. Make sure you check them out on Insta.
Yep.
And
Just their name.
Yeah.
And then L. Lepore.
Exactly.
Find
but
them.
Halloween this year is going to be so much fun. They're going to talk about, we're going to vlog it and we're going to post it. And I just want to go with them, enjoy the night, have fun. I'm sure there's going to be lots of spills and falls because that's what they do. They run so hard they fall. And hopefully, they don't hit their heads because that's what they do.
Wait, do you remember how top heavy Luciano was when he was born? His head was so big compared to his body, but it was so cute.
I know. Well, he broke his front teeth. He ran into the couch and went head first, and literally his teeth were gray for a year.
He really is a tough kid. He really is.
He's more than tough.
Honestly, someone better not cross me because Lucci's getting big now. So
you don't he's not skinny though.
Yeah, but he's he's just built
I know, but he went to 7-week sleepaway camp and he came home skinny. I don't know if he didn't eat.
They don't have him on the bulk diet.
You got to see him. He loves protein shakes, and his favorite food is chicken and broccoli. I'm like, what?
We literally went grocery shopping a few weeks ago, and we let the kids pick out something each. Lily picks candy. Luciano picks chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
So random.
That's all he wants. He goes, what's healthy, Mom? That's what I want to eat. I'm like, you're 7. He's like, well, I want to be like Ronaldo. So.
It's just crazy that he already has that mindset at 7. If he has that mindset at 7, imagine when he's older and he's actually old enough to start doing things.
I know, it's unbelievable. He's crazy. But they have a really cute theme this year.
Oh, what is that?
But I'm not saying I can't.
So everyone has to go watch the vlog.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
Watch the vlog. It's a family theme.
Yeah, okay. All right. So if you guys obviously, if you guys aren't watching the video version, we're out on YouTube with all of our video versions of our podcast.
Yes.
That's also where the vlog's going to be posted, so we can see what the kids are being. I'm going to be out the edge of my seat until then, but
I know. Well, do you want to start our game?
yeah, let's actually
All right,
start the
let's do
game.
it. So Gabby is coming on. Gab, can you come say hi to everyone? It's Halloween. It's your birthday.
Guys, come
Let's
on.
give
You
it
gotta
up for
see Gab.
Gab.
Birthday girl.
We love you. Oh,
It's
okay.
tomorrow.
Sorry, I thought it was yesterday.
Well, Gabby says we can celebrate her birthday the entire month up until her birthday.
All October is my birthday.
We
My
love you,
bestie.
Gabby. You make everything happen here.
I'm actually going to
Why
take...
don't
Oh,
we have
that's for Ashleigh.
These are your little paddles.
Oh,
Look at those beautiful gals.
wow.
Here.
So what are we doing with this?
All right. So for anyone that's not watching the video version, I would suggest going over to our YouTube to watch. We are going to play a game of who's more likely to. So me and Michelle have paddles with both of our faces on each side. Let me tell you, first of all, these pictures were sitting in the backseat of my car, and it looked like I was just obsessed with myself because the pictures of me were laid out all over my back seat.
Well, you kind of are obsessed with yourself.
I mean, I'm not, I like to stay humble, but I'm confident.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
All
the way to
right.
do it. All right. So we're going to play who's more likely to. If it's me, we put me. If it's you, we put you. Pretty
Okay.
self-explanatory.
Yep.
All right. Who's most likely to plan a spontaneous road trip? She's got 3 kids.
I have
it's
to
me.
plan everything.
Let's say who we're picking to for the people that
Okay.
aren't watching it. All right. I put me.
I put Ashleigh. I have 3 kids. I can't.
Yeah, no. All right. Who's more likely to forget an important date? Michelle.
Ashleigh.
Who reminds you of the birthdays in the office?
Yeah, because that's part of your job.
Yeah, not to tell you your sister's birthday though.
Like, why not?
Because it's your sister. You've known her longer than me.
Yeah, but it's your mother.
Not the other sisters. What's the excuse for them?
Well, you like remind everyone in the family. Like, that's your role in our family.
So what you're saying is I'm most likely to remember an important date, and
Now,
you're
I
most likely to
remember
forget.
important dates that are important.
Okay,
Like, a birthday's important.
it's like the person's big day.
It is, but
It's like
like,
the most important.
it's hard to remember everyone's birthday. That's important.
So she says it's hard to remember someone's birthday. So
But
you
I
are
make
the
it
one.
special when I do remember.
Yeah, she does. We always use her card, so you
Yeah.
can only say so much.
True, true.
All right, who's more likely to binge watch an entire series in one day?
Ashleigh.
I feel like probably me, even though I feel like I wouldn't normally. I feel like I probably have more time because you have like a million things
but
going on.
I definitely love, what is that show on Netflix that was like the football show?
All
All-American, my favorite. That I binge watched.
That actually is her favorite show, which is so random that it's your favorite
well,
show.
Amanda
But
told me about it, my friend.
it's a good show. It is a good show. We've met some people that were on that show.
Yes, I was so
we've
excited.
met a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
All right, who's most likely to start a family tradition? Michelle, she's older,
Yeah. Oh, traditions aren't just for the elderly. Okay.
but you're gonna start it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
All
am.
right.
I always do.
Well, this year you moved into your new house, so you're starting the new tradition of the parties at your house for
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Eve. I'm so excited to get Halloween done with, so we can get moving to that.
Me too.
All right, who's most likely to get matching tattoos with their mom and daughter? Me.
You, because my mom's 83.
Hey, her skin's still there. She can still get a tattoo.
She's not getting a tattoo.
What
We should.
We should.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Matching on the show.
Yes. Yes, we'll have Robert Foe back.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Oh, if
gotta
you guys
do-
didn't see that episode, we had Robert
Nona
Foe on.
Gets a tattoo.
Yes.
But she's got to do it
a
like
chicken
on,
cutlet.
I'm gonna throw up.
We could do a rosary bead.
A chicken cutlet.
Yes, come on.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe like right on like her shoulder, like right there. Imagine Nana with a colored in chicken cutlet tattoo, but like she's wearing a t-shirt so you can still see it on her
you
arm.
should do it like on her arm so you can see how thin it is. Do the side profile.
She can't even like get a tattoo of like her grandchildren's names because like, it would cover her whole body.
She should get an initial and spell the whole alphabet of all her grand.
If she had like wait, what are the numeral Roman if she had Roman numerals,
Yeah.
it would just look like every number.
It would. No, but really, where are we putting the cutlet?
I don't know.
On her
Would
butt?
you like a tramp stamp?
I'm not laughing,
Wait,
right?
you have the chicken cutlet on her arm, then translate it's Italy in Italian.
We got to do it. Do you think she
Okay.
will?
I mean, she doesn't
Come
have a
on,
choice.
She's not going to
Come on.
last that much longer. What does it matter, really? Come on.
No, you at least have 30 years.
Yeah,
She at least has 30 years
of a cutlet.
with a good chicken cutlet tattoo.
We got to think of a really good
We do.
tattoo for all of us.
So not chicken cutlets.
I mean, we could, but that's just kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't think I want a chicken cutlet on me. It's kind of a Nana's thing. So we'll circle back to what we're
are we gonna
doing.
do? She always says, "I love you."
I mean, everyone says I love you. It's not that special. Like literally, like you told the gas station attendant you loved him when we drove away because he pumped your gas.
Well,
Like
that was a very kind gesture. What if we just get like one family dot?
wait. Speaking of gas stations, do you want to hear the craziest story?
What?
My friend Kayla is driving across the country from Tennessee to New York. She stops in New Jersey. In New Jersey, they pump your gas for you. They're pumping the gas, and he drives away because he's going back inside waiting for the gas to pump. She thinks he's done. She drives away with the gas pump in her car. Like the whole thing. She's
Did she
driving
rip
in.
it out?
Yes. All you hear is a loud noise. She looks behind her and the thing's dragging from her car. The guy's running out. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Did like the gas pour everywhere?
No, apparently it happens all the time, they said.
That's
Like she felt
weird.
so bad. The manager came out. He's like, "Oh, don't worry. We'll have him pop back in tomorrow." I was like, okay, I guess it's more normalized than that.
That's
But
pretty
isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, back to the game. Who's most likely to start a business together? Well, she started a business and I joined it.
Yeah. Me.
Me, Michelle. Just really embracing my inner MB. All right. Oh my gosh, this is so you. Who's most likely to adopt a pet on a whim? How many times have you done that?
Don't be hating.
No, they've been good pets.
Don't be hating on my pet adopting skills.
No, I mean adopt. I love adoption.
Yeah, the problem is I don't keep the pet.
Well, it's not usually your choice. You try your best, but
Well, the first time the dog's name was Gucci, and he was just nuts. It's really not right. He would.
No.
I couldn't potty train him. I didn't. It was just he was biting everything. I didn't realize that's what dogs did.
rumor has it. That's what they've been saying.
So no,
yeah.
that one didn't work out. But then the second one I kept.
Which
and
one
she
was that?
had
That
dogs.
was Gabby?
Yeah, she had babies.
Oh my God, this was like my favorite dog growing up.
Yeah.
I loved Gabby. Literally, when I found out Gabby passed away, that was my first heartbreak. Like, I remember
know.
crying.
She made it through her wedding, and then that was it.
She was a good dog. She got lost in the woods one time. Oh my gosh. Tell everyone about how when Gabby got lost in the woods.
Oh my gosh. So we are literally going on vacation. Me and my boyfriend at the time was Danny. We weren't even engaged yet, but we got a dog together, and we go to my sister's house, and she was having a party for her son who was turning 8, and I leave the dog at her house for him to babysit for the week. So I go upstate, and we're going on our little snowmobiles. My boyfriend at the time, who was now my husband, bought snowmobiles. We get up there, we go 1 mile. I'm like, I'm cold. He's like, literally, I bought you a snowmobile. We need to actually ride it.
I bought you a
was,
snowmobile.
Yeah, I was like, but I don't like snowmobiling. Like, this is not my vibe.
Let's be real. Danny bought himself a snowmobile,
Yeah.
but made it seem like it was your idea.
Yeah, well, there were 2. So there was one for
Oh.
me and one for
So
him.
he just wanted to do something fun
Yeah,
together.
so I literally rode out there. I'm like, this is torturous. I'm freezing. I have icicles coming off my eyelashes. Get me out of here. Get me in a jacuzzi. So I get back to the room. We had a jacuzzi in our room. I was like, all right, let's go. Whatever, we're hanging. He's like, no. He's like, I got a text from your sister. She lost the dog.
and
I
Gabby's
was
a
like,
small Maltese puppy. Like, she's small.
yeah, I was like, what do you mean she lost the dog? So I called, she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Now it's like 100, like it's like 0 degrees.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
like
it was
-4,
winter, yeah.
Winter. And she's like, I don't know what to do. She's like, I really lost a dog. We've been looking for 2 hours.
I can't
didn't wanna
imagine that
bother you."
feeling, like from her or you.
So I'm like, what are we gonna do? So so we drive home the next morning. We're crying because that's our girl. She was gone. She's like, oh no, she put out an alert to her like whole school system because she was on the PTA. Said, have you guys seen the dog? Because it wasn't that big of a
Right,
radius.
yeah.
And one said, yes, I did. And she's like, that's 5 miles away. The dog
she was
ran.
tiny too. I
She
can't
was
believe she
so
made it that
little,
far.
like 8 pounds. Anyway, longest story short, we get to Connecticut. She's like, meet me here. This is where they spotted her. 9 days of spottings go by.
It was 9 days.
9 days. Now, it is I know this sounds crazy and it doesn't sound real, but it was the bitter cold of winter, the coldest winter ever.
Wow.
It got to -8.
I did not realize it was 9 days that she was out there.
Yeah. So
I thought it was like a day. I was
no,
like, well,
9
yeah.
days. The 9th day, I feel like when Jesus rose, She came out. We were going to hire a helicopter. Danny was like, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes. You're crying. My mom's crying every day. His mom went to a psychic and was like,
Stop.
listen, I have
the
a
dog?
dog that is missing. I love this dog. And the psychic goes, I know exactly where the dog is. Put your sweatshirt out on this person's deck because that's where he last saw. And we didn't tell him that. He's smelling the grease from their deck.
I literally just got chills. That's so weird.
We put our sweater that smelled like Danny, because that's what he told us to do, that was dirty, on the deck. The next morning, it was dragged into the woods. So we knew the dog was in the yard. Longest story
She
short,
was looking for you guys.
we get back that day, and Danny's like, oh, I think I see something. All of a sudden, a branch hits him in the face, and he starts rubbing his eye. And I was like, babe, did you see the dog? He goes, no, there's something in my eye. And I look, and there's a thorn straight through his cornea.
Oh my God.
And we rush him to the hospital, 6-hour surgery. My sister is in shambles. She is at this point, like, I cannot believe that I caused all this issues, right? All these things, all these issues. And she's like, Michelle, I don't know what to do. And I was like, just relax. He was supposed to be a 30-minute surgery. It was 6 hours. They
Why?
stitched his eyeball closed.
Why was it 6 hours?
Because if they leaked the fluid, he would have went blind. For the next 60 days straight, no exaggeration, even on Sundays, they couldn't allow for this to get infected or he would have lost his sight. So he had to go back to Connecticut 90 minutes every day for 60 days for them to check his eye to make sure it was fine.
They couldn't have transferred him to a hospital
Oh, it
over
was
here?
ridiculous.
Oh my
Well, the
gosh.
guy that he had was really special and we got lucky. But longest story short, the 10th day, we go down and we got a call that they saw the dog on repeat. We go back down. We had a vet looking, the police looking. It was ridiculous. And Danny's like, I see the dog with one eye. He literally covered his eye. His eye's covered. Now he had drops to keep his eye open because
Didn't he have an eye patch? I feel like I remember him wearing an eye patch or something.
he had an eye
Or like
patch.
a bandage.
I mean,
a
he
bandage.
had drops to keep his eyes closed, but he didn't put him in this eye that day because when you do one thing with one eye, it does it with the other.
Yeah.
So he just kept it open so he could look for the dog. Looks for the dog, finds the dog with one eye, and it was right where the psychic said.
That's so
In
weird.
the bottom of a tree. Isn't that the craziest thing?
She really is a survivor. 9 days out there.
And you know what she had?
What?
Scratched cornea. That's what the dog had and Danny had.
That's so weird.
That's what she had.
That's
after all,
weird.
No frostbite, no nothing. 9, 10 days, scratched cornea.
But that's so
Same
weird
eye.
that her and Danny both got.
I know.
Well, I mean, I guess Danny's a little more serious than a scratch cornea, but wow.
I know.
That's crazy. I literally knew that story and I did not realize that she was out there for 9 days and Danny was in 6 hours surgery.
6 hours. It was
Wow.
so scary. Me and his mom were walking back. Now he's just my boyfriend at this point. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna have a boyfriend with no eye. Like, what do I do? Like, this is terrible. Like, I don't know what to say or do. But like, I'm young. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, I gotta. It's my fault. Like, you know, I'm in it for the long haul now. He's got to be my husband because I just lost his eye. You know. Oh my
I
God.
just lost his
It was-
eye.
It was terrible. But you know what the craziest thing was? He actually can see pretty good out of that eye now. Better than even the other eye.
So what you're saying is you gave him like superpowers.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely. Always.
Oh, it always turns around like that it works out.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I just want to say have a happy, safe, fun Halloween.
Yes,
Enjoy
happy
your
Halloween.
families. Hang out. Mischievous kids. Don't get too mischievous. Have fun, safe fun.
Happy birthday, Gab.
Yes, we love you. And we'll check you soon.
Yeah. All right. Where can they find you online, MB?
Michelle Barone online. Don't be hating.
All right. You guys can find me at Ash McPherson, 2 H's on all socials. Happy Halloween.
Ciao.
Bye, boo. Get it?